Okay, this video is going to be covering the sewing in of the signatures. And what I do is I take my waxed linen thread. I actually prefer waxed upholstery thread because it's just works better for me. I find the waxed linen thread is a little thinner and it tends to rip my pages. You know, you can put more wax on them, which I've done, but I use this for other stuff now, but this is my preference. And you can get it at Hobby Lobby in the sewing upholstery department. So to do the style that I want with buttons on the outside of the spine, you take 4 lengths of the spine. 1, 2, 3, 4, and snip it. Then you got to mark halfway. And I'm following the instructions on Sheila's tutorial, which is where I learned this technique from. And I've used it so many times. It's absolutely great. You got to watch her tutorial. So you just mark it there. And then I just take my needle. Thread it through. You don't want too big of a head on your needle or it's going to poke the holes that you've cut or poked. It's going to make them even thicker. So you kind of don't want that. And I just have a long tail going like that. Then I take my back signature, my furthest signature from the front. And this is the top and this is the top. Lay it down in here and you start in the center and just go through all the pages and try to find the holes that you've punched. Which operative word is find? Where is it? There we go. And just go through all the layers. Jeepers. And pull it through until you see that halfway mark, because that is going to be for the upper half. We're going to do the bottom half. So you stop right there. And then you go to the outside. And this is, remember, your back signature. So I'm going to be using these. So I start with that. You got to make sure you choose a needle that will still fit through your buttonholes. These I don't think are vintage buttons, or maybe they are. I can't remember. But I chose gold because I felt that they would complement the green the best. And then you want to find the hole again. Go back through it without going through your middle of your thread. And then back through your signature. And just pull it snugly, but don't over pull it. And I've lost my halfway. Oh, there it is, way up there. Okay, well then I want to adjust it just a bit because that is an important decision. Okay, close enough. And then you go to the bottom hole for this technique. and keep it snug. And this button, and you only go through 2 holes. So I do it like that. It just works better for me. Go back through the hole. And through the pages. Carefully. Making sure it's snug still, which it's loosened up a bit. This is when I can take the clamps off here. And it's still a little bit loose there. So and then we go down the second last one. Can't find the holes here. Come on, girl. Okay, well then what you do is go backwards and go that way. So you just eyeball where it was. Okay, there we go. A little bit lower. And there we go. And going through this one. Yeah, I don't think these ones are vintage buttons. And up through the signature again. Do not want to poke new holes. You gotta find where you went through in the first place. So, okay, got it. This part used to be the most intimidating for me because, and there I did it. Oh, way to go. Sheila, you're not the only one who does this. So then you just have to unthread it. And repeat. Oh. I do not want to make the hole any bigger. There we go. Whew. Sorry about that. All right. And you want to make sure you do tighten it up at this point, because you are going to finish up this end of it. There we go. Then you pull your needle out, start on the other side. It does take a little bit longer, and I did have trouble there, but that's the reality of it. Okay, and now the next button is going to be this one. No, I'm going to go to the top. So go to the top. Yikes, where the heck is that hole? Okay, and we got our button. And just come back through again. Pulling it snugly. All right, and then come back down to the last hole, which is the second one from the top. Uh-oh. Too wide. Gotta switch to a smaller needle. And if that doesn't work, then I would just feed it through the button, like so. And then just put the needle back on. That's probably going to be the easier way to go this time. And back through the same hole and through the pages. one is really challenging me today. Too far over. There we go. That's just wax there. And then you want to snug it up, unless you've already done that. Oh yeah, also with this other thread, when it comes to this point, at one or two of my journals, it ripped, the thread ripped right in half. And I thought, forget it, I am not dealing with that. So, that's why I use the waxed upholstery thread. It works for me. This I do want just a bit tighter. Okay, what is my problem here? That's a little better. There we go. Perfect. And then you can tie them off. You can go however you want, thread it under, over, like this. And then this one through the bottom here. And then tie them in the center. So before I do that though, I just make sure all the buttons are snug, which they are for me. This is all neat and not too flopsy. And then I tie it off. One direction and the other. And then I leave these hanging down, and at that point you can do your charms and your beads and whatever dangles you want to put on there, or not at all, just cut them off. It's up to you. So that is the first signature that I've sewn in the back. And then I'm going to sew the other one over here, but I won't do that on camera because that one took way too long. But it was successful. I'm pleased with it. It's sitting good, sitting well. And then I just run my hand through each page before putting the ephemera back in, just to make sure it's all nice and smooth and we didn't get anything mysteriously caught. So thanks for being patient and watching through all that. I hope it was helpful, and I hope to see you again. Thank you so much for watching.